Hi there, I know this is not a dwarf painting video because something else got in the way. I'm painting a miniature as a commission for a friend. I'm doing it for free as a birthday present for him, so I think it still falls into the category of commissioning since I'm doing it as a gift. I'm painting a model that's called Harbringer of Menoth. That's a warcaster in the army of Menoth in Pretty Press game War Machine. And I asked him if he wants the Harbinger to be warm white or cold white, and he asked me what's the difference. Well, I told him that if you look, I can compare with the light of the regular light bulbs. There's warm white light bulbs, and the first thing that came to mind was LED light can be cold, in terms of lightness at least. And he decided that he wanted it to be cold white, which I didn't really want to do, but hey, it's his model, and I don't even think you can get view of the tiny blue hue having this white. The only other thing I have done is some skin. I'm sorry for the angle here, but it's easier for me to work when I got a bit of space between the camera and the painting area. So more or less what I'm doing here, just I'm fooling around with white and blue gray and blue colors. Not really a fixed science. Just I'm sure to keep the paints thin and nice. This is a new way of painting I found out. I'm not really even cleaning my brush between colors, because if you don't clean it, the colors will naturally mix together. Sorry if the sound gets too loud when I talk. I have the microphone right next to my mouth, so well, yes, I clean my brush sometimes when I'm going to do pure white highlights. If you take this model, for example, I'm gonna try to make it a bit easier for you to see something. Here I'm going in. I have something to point with. Old X-Acto blade here. This area, I think you see some blue there. Hard to tell from my computer screen. Try to paint in it when you see it like this. And what I did, I started with more or less, I don't know what this color is called, it's kinda blue, and then I just dipped the brush in that blue and then some blue gray, and then I mixed around on paper, and then we're gonna take a piece. Oh, sorry. Push the camera. Make sure not to have too much paint on it. On the brush, I mean. Paint in some. Then I just go straight into the white. And just I touched the shoulder pad on the miniature with the whole brush. Well, that sucks. But hey, I haven't done too much work there yet. And then I just let the lamp waving while the colors are wet. Work more and more white into what the highlight should be. I don't know what if this qualifies as wet blending or something. I think it should be, and I just recently found out that a way for me to work with it. And for some reason I have no problem with not the colors drying up on the miniature too fast. I think it's because I'm thinning them so much. Well, not much, but as you can see, I move back and forth all over the miniature, just where I can. If I see a spot that should be hit with the color I have on my brush at the moment, I paint there. This is extremely this model will be extremely hard on me because it's a lot of white, and white just looks rubbish if you don't do it slowly and with a good method. There's a risk that I will have to strip the model of paint and redo it. Let's see if we can block some light out there. Yeah, it's really hard since I work with light directly over me. So sorry if you can't see too much, but hey, it's white, so I shouldn't be too surprised that it won't show up too much. I started with the skin naturally, and then I thought that I maybe should do at least some of the cloth to find out if my technique works, and if it doesn't, it's not too much of a bad thing if I have to strip the model. But if you keep your paint thin enough, it shouldn't really be a problem to paint over it. And I have no exact scientific methods here. I just paint until it looks decent, at least. I have a more or less, you could call it OCD, but most artists have it, that I want to make things as perfect as I can. But the thing is, you don't always need to make it as perfect as you can. My friend, he's around average gaming player, painter, if you could say something like that. So he's just happy to get it painted in a higher standard. So he won't see the mistakes that I see that I have done. I was thinking of doing some freehand on cloth, but depending on how hard it is to get a good color, I will or will not do it, since a mistake with the freehanding will result in a lot of repair painting. Maybe I will try it out on some back area or something. It's a kind of a large miniature, so lots of space to experiment with. Maybe it's easier to see the blue hue in the cloth behind here. So it's there. That's a kind of harsh shadow. I will probably make it a bit smoother, more white in there. But hey, just painting. And I read somewhere, I think it was a Massive Voodoo's blog spot, that you need to be happy when painting, or else you will just paint rubbish. And that's a problem I've had early when I have been doing commissions. I feel just forced to sit at the painting table. I'm trying not to land in that spot this time. Sorry if I go quiet. Sometimes I concentrate quite a lot, even more than I need to, really. If you haven't checked out Massive Voodoo blog, you should really do. Mr. Kong, as he called himself, the leader of them. He's an awesome painter, and I tried to explain to my fiance last night when I checked some of his tutorials and basic thoughts he had, that he doesn't paint miniatures like they would be miniatures. He paints them like they would be a canvas, which they are, but there's a difference between painting a canvas and painting model, at least to me. A model you should paint this area like this, this, and this, and you have. It's more like what, I don't know what they are called in English, but there are books with patterns in it that small kids paint in with lines already drawn out for them. That's more what a model is for me. And you just have to figure out which colors to stick where, and half decently put some light theory on it, which I, according to myself, I'm not that good at it. But I will have to improve. I need to improve. I want to improve. And Sophie our hair there. And I also started to think. I'm forcing myself to think in another way about colors. I'm not going after what the colors' names are anymore. I'm trying not to, at least. Well, if I remember, the blood red from GW there, that's a nice red, then whatever. But I don't read blood red and say, hey, I know that's a good color that can be shadowed with red gore or scab red or something. Or I just take, or at least I try to take, well, I take a red color, and then usually I take some light skin color instead of white, and then I take a brownish dark brown, red dark brown tone, those three paints, and then I put on my wet palette over there, and then I start to paint, and I paint in the shadow. While that's still wet, I start to paint the base color, and well, the base color becomes darker. Sorry, and that doesn't do anything, because then I take some base color and some highlight color together in the wet palette and mix around, and while the color on is still wet, I apply that and it goes lighter, and then I play around with that a bit until I get something that I'm satisfied with. I did that a lot on the dwarf painting video I put up a few days ago. It's fun but time consuming. You can't half decent results kind of fast, but as I said, I have an OCD that I must make everything perfect that I paint. But I have to work with that, yes I know. Actually I cheated, I painted someone that dwarf, not a lot, some scene on the front. Show some to you. I don't have a very good lamp here, but that I'm holding my left hand in front of the light so it doesn't lose too much on the miniature. But I started work on the knee, and there I more or less put pure, I think it's called dark flesh, and when it was wet I went to get some tan color and just painted in there and push it and forth there. So it's a good base here at the moment. Over this side too. Along that knee, if you can. Sorry for my shaky hand, I got in birth. That's the reason for me want to be a good miniature painter. I have shaky hands, naturally. Yeah, zoom a little bit. There. Knee. It's tricky. Oh, quite a sucky camera too, so a bit of those back.
10 years, and he's a mixed species dog. Species, racist or something. But it mainly looks like a German Shepherd. It does. Usually I have music on while I paint, but I don't know if I can get into trouble with YouTube while having using in the background, as I don't get credit for, since I don't really check each music track that plays up for names and who it is, so I really can't give any credit for them. Especially if I have the radio on or something. This miniature is she's going to be really white, so I can show you the box. I'm gonna get the camera up here. Turn off my lamp, so maybe don't reflect so much. Yeah, that white is more creamy white. And it seems that my friend don't want it that way. And yes, she's so fanatic, or more or less she's God's holy bride, so she need zealots to keep her down to earth with chains. That's, and she's as held in game terms too. I'm not gonna go into details about that. Not everyone is playing the game, and I don't want to explain everything, and maybe the press guys get angry or something. Well, I'm gonna keep painting on this, and I'm gonna try to convince my friend to go away from the cold white, so I can go with a more khaki. How is it pronounced in English? Khaki base color, more or less, and mix it in with the white to make it more natural look. Sorry, losing words all the time. Yeah. Well, as I said, I'm gonna keep painting on this one and grab something to eat and upload this YouTube video for you to see and hear. And I hope that you enjoy this. If you want me to answer any specific questions or something in a video, just ask me. And yes, I will do the how to make bases video. Is I have to figure out what kind of base I'm gonna do. The regular cork bases are so easy, so everybody should be able to do it. Well, yes, and that's about it. And I will see you guys in the next video. Well, I won't see you, but you will see me, and I will talk to you. And bye.